Hello and welcome to the Brigade podcast episode 32. My name is Mike and I'm here with Sam.
Yo, what up, guys? It's me, your boy, Sam. And we're gonna celebrate Halloween with you guys. So
Yeah,
a big spooky Halloween. Ooh.
spooky.
Man, we're terrible at this.
I mean,
Okay.
we don't celebrate this one, you know.
Yeah, in Australia it's not widely celebrated, but it's celebrated pretty much worldwide. Maybe. Um,
Maybe.
I don't know too much about Halloween, but
Just
yeah,
dress up, I guess.
yes. So we're going to talk about
Like,
some Halloween stuff, and we're going to talk about a whole bunch of other stuff that happened throughout the past weekish. Um, yeah.
oh wait, I have a thing to ask.
Mhm.
Isn't Halloween a bit strange? You kind of just like dressing up, going out to random people's house and just knocking, asking for candy. Sounds a bit odd.
Fam, but it's in the spirit. You know what
I
I mean?
guess.
You know, like spirits come from the dead, like arise. Like that's what I meant in the spirits.
I
But
guess.
no, it's a whole bunch of like spooky. Like forget about the dressing up bit and forget about all that bit. Like remember that
Spooky.
it's spooky season. It's when like you turn on the TV and everything's pretty much spooky. Everything's like yo horror movie back to back to back, or like horror games back to back, or like I don't know, like your favorite TV show like Halloween special.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just another day with your favorite, Scooby Doo episode because that's always supposed to be spooky.
Spooky. I guess, yeah.
Yeah, but it's more in the spirit of like the supernatural, you know?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
what, Loch Ness and, I don't know, ghosts.
No, it's like the Flying Dutchman and the Headless Horseman and um your boy Sam. I mean,
Your
yeah,
boy, your boy's
yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah.
you
I
do
might,
your
I
boy
might haunt
Sam
your
just
house.
roaming
I might
around,
haunt your house if you don't watch this episode. I'll haunt your house.
breaks into your walls, steals your I don't know your hot chocolate and leaves.
Yeah, fam. I'll just put like a sheet over my head and be like a ghost. Ooh, spoopy.
Ooh, I guess. I mean, you
Yes,
could.
it's pretty much the easiest costume. Or wrap yourself in toilet paper and be a mummy. There's like two easy costumes.
I mean, would that isn't that is that easy? You need like 3 people to do that.
Dude, you don't have, it doesn't have to be perfectly rolled. You can just like roll it, just
Yeah,
roll
but how
it.
do you roll it yourself?
You
Like, you
just
need someone else to at least do
anyway,
it.
anyway. The most important thing, of course, in Halloween is like the discounted price on candies and chocolates, and you just go buy them yourselves. You just don't even buy them to give it out. You buy them for yourself.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
Yep,
Just you buy like just buy like packs on packs on packs of like chocolates and just eat them.
exactly.
Then get diabetes.
Maybe not,
Kinda.
but yeah, um, yeah. So Halloween's a time for the lols. So yeah, pretty much. And with that, pretty much everything becomes Halloweenified. So you've got all those Halloween events happening all over the world. Like you might have a Halloween event at I don't know your local I don't know school or
Yeah.
something.
Or community center.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so uh, get dressed because like there's probably best dressed competition. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
and
what would you dress up as if you could?
me,
Yeah.
fam, I told you my costumes.
Costumes.
Yeah, it's either the
Multiple.
ghost or the mummy. You're like, there is no way I'm putting more effort than that
I guess.
because my potato ass self is too lazy. But if I had the effort, I'd probably want to dress up as like Frankenstein's monster.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
Or you want me to be the scientist?
Ooh, that's a great combo. You mean Frankenstein?
I guess, yeah.
Yep.
Frankenstein, the mad scientist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What would you dress up as?
Oh, probably a pirate.
A pirate,
Pirates are
the
pretty cool.
Flying Dutchman.
Maybe why not? Just paint myself green.
So you would cut off your hand to have a hook.
Yeah.
You either go big
just
or
get
you go home. There is no like you're wearing a fake hook.
just get a cleaver and just yank it off.
Yeah, and they're always reattachable anyway.
Yeah.
No, they're not. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I know it's supposed to be spooky season, but to be in fact, I don't actually really like horror movies. But let's see, what is your favorite horror movie? Or,
Ah. Ooh. I mean, this is. I don't know if I'd call it. This is like. I wouldn't consider this a horror movie.
or
Probably
Halloween
scary
movie?
movie. Scary movie.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Like I don't know. I love that movie.
Which movie?
Uh, Scary movie.
Oh, scary movie. I thought you said
Yeah.
not horror movie, but a scary movie. I was
Scary
like, oh,
movie. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? No.
no, no, I get you. I thought you said it's
Yeah.
not a horror movie, but it's a scary movie. And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
what's your scary movie? I was like, okay,
It's the scary.
no, no, no. I get what you're saying. For my favorite Halloween or scary or horror movie or whatever isn't actually a movie. It's that one episode from SpongeBob where he like shaves off his head so he can become a ghost.
Oh
Hell yeah.
yeah.
That is because I can't do horror movies. That is the Halloween special that you come across when you stay here with old buddy Sam.
Isn't it the one where it's like everyone doesn't think it's scary until he takes it off because
That's
it like
exactly the one.
yeah.
That's exactly one.
Yeah. It's funny.
Yeah, that's exactly the one. The one where like Patrick shaves his head off. It's like
Yeah. He's like he's too square and people like basically bullying him for it. So Patrick's like, I got a genius idea. Shave your entire head off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's the one who shaved it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And just shaves it and it's just, shaved too much, man.
Yeah, because his brain. That's all that was left. His
Basically
brain.
his brain in like a stick of a neck.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Uh,
Okay. And of course, we must not forget pumpkin carving, which I've never done, but carving faces into pumpkins.
I've done it at least once.
Oh yeah. What do you carve, like a smiley face, or do you carve like one of those pumpkin faces?
I tried, but it's harder than it
I
looks.
know. I know it is. I know.
So
That's
it
why. That's why I don't do it.
kind of like I think I was like young when I did this, and it was like very scuffed.
Nah, don't worry. It scuffs the best.
No, but in the end, it literally couldn't like hold itself because how bad it was. It literally like kind of just like fell on itself. I was like, oh
Ah, okay.
well,
Nah, it's all good. So let's talk about some other stuff. In the spirit of Halloween, there
yeah,
are multiple Halloween stuffed themed game updates, DLCs,
events.
events, and who
Uh,
knows, a whole bunch of other stuff. Um,
yeah,
a game is in the controversial spotlight at the moment for its Halloween update is, of course, Overwatch 2,
damn,
which cannot catch a break after being released.
truly can't.
Decided to release the first Overwatch 2 event, which is the Halloween event,
Yeah,
which is a returning event from Overwatch 1, but with a twist.
it's okay.
And there is no free stuff because everything is now sold in the shop. Where in the
That's the
past,
twist.
yeah, that's the twist. That's the twist. That's the twist. In the past, you could at least earn loot boxes by leveling up, but now, no.
Nah,
It's the twist.
everything's in like
Everything in the
what
shop.
the paid battle pass and whatnot.
No, no, it's in the shop. The battle
Oh,
pass
it's
is,
straight up in the shop.
yeah, it's in the shop
Oh
with
god,
$20 skins and
damn.
$25 bundles.
Bundles, so it's a multiple.
No, bundles as in like there's multiple things in the bundle.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how many bundles there are. And of course, the controversial bit is if you didn't get any of the Overwatch 1 Halloween skins, They are also in the shop for $20 as well.
Yay.
That's where the controversy lies. So like people who
Yeah.
had never played Overwatch the original has to pay for the sequel like stuff.
Wait. Is any skin even on its depend? It's like, is it depend on rarity or is it just any skin's $20?
Obviously, it depends on rarity, but
Okay, cool.
they only release like pretty much all legendary stuff. So
Okay.
$20, and of course everyone is baby raging because of that.
True.
And just so you know, I also don't think it's cool to have like the original Overwatch 1 skins under the price of $20 when they were originally all obtainable. Originally obtainable, that's the word.
Yeah.
Uh, yep.
Why don't they just make them? I don't know. I was gonna say tears in the battle pass, but if you already have them,
No, no. So like, okay. The other thing is you can actually get them now because like they're in the store, and if you have Overwatch 1 legacy currency for playing Overwatch 1, then you can get them for free if you played enough and have enough legacy currency.
oh, so the currency from Overwatch 1, not from Overwatch 2.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But what I'm saying is like when Overwatch 2 released, you couldn't buy the Halloween stuff because they were locked behind Halloween time. Now they
Okay.
unlock, so you can now go purchase them with
Okay,
Overwatch 1
interesting.
Legacy. But if you didn't play Overwatch 1, you have to actually pay for them. So
Yeah.
okay, okay, and everyone's saying the
Uh,
prices are too high. Fair. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Understandable.
Let me talk about the currency. Like let me talk about the situation with the pricing being too high. Um, Blizzard probably looked around at other gamings and saw that their prices and set them the same price. If you guys think about it, Riot's
Probably, yeah.
Riot's not Apex Legend, Riot's Valorant weapon skin prices a crazy amount of money, a super crazy amount of money. And then there are a whole bunch of other games such as Call of Duty. They're crazy amount of prices. And then there is like I don't know, like League of Legends has crazy prices for their skins probably, and a whole bunch of other games. So
Right.
they just copied the price model. Yet they're the only ones that get raged at, or baby raged at from the internet and Twitter. Uh, but they just set the same prices that everyone pretty much set
Right.
practically.
I mean, it's probably because it used to be obtainable,
Yeah, no. So I'm
and
talking
now.
like yeah, okay, I understand that. I'm just talking about the new stuff. So the new stuff was
Oh,
never obtainable. You have to purchase it. What I'm saying is that if if you think about it, imagine if like Valorant price is like $5, and then like League is like $5. Imagine that. Imagine like Call of Duty was $5. Or every single game like Fortnite was $5. You know what I mean?
right.
If Blizzard put $20, okay, fair, you can rage. But everywhere else is like $20. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then Blizzard decide to like let's just follow every other trend because everyone is buying every other game's skins and weapon models and like dances and emotes and all this stuff for that set price. Let's just copy their prices.
Okay, yeah. This
Yeah,
is only for the just the new skins, not
no,
the
this is for
bundles, right?
pretty much everything in Overwatch 2 I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm talking about is like the pricing. I'm just talking about the pricing. I'm not talking about the issue with old stuff. I already went over that. I'm like pretty upset like you have to actually purchase old stuff, right? But what I'm
Yeah.
talking about is the fact that so many people are raging at the prices
Yeah.
that are set. So I sat there, but like, why are we only raging at this one game where pretty much every other game has that same set price, basically? You know what I mean?
Was gonna maybe more devout fan base, like more. I guess
Maybe,
fan base is
but
ready
like
to
I
push
sat there.
back. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I get that. Like, yeah, but like, come on, fam. Like, there is no way in world because people are like, bro, like I'd buy this skin. It was $5. Yeah, but like, well, Blizzard could see that every other game that has pretty much a $20 or like an average $20 skin or what is it called weapon skin model whatever
Yeah.
is $20 like and people are purchasing it. They're not going to be like okay if they saw other companies set out $20 or $30 or what, how much the price, and are failing, the business will be like, okay, this is not an acceptable price. Let's lower the price. You know what I mean? But every other company is making money. They're like, all right, let's just follow suit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Obviously, the amount of backlash is going to probably, in my from what I can see, right,
Yeah. What caused
may
something to
result
change?
in the money pricing going down. Highly unlikely, but there is a high. So I'm saying highly unlikely because they don't want to reduce their cost of money for monetization purposes. But I
Right.
also think it's highly likely if they don't make enough sales and if like the thing is like you know what I mean. Like the backlash is too much, too severe.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I've got no idea, but like at the end of the day, we got no idea, man.
Do you reckon they'll just give out like a free skin or something?
Or they did because of the server issues.
No. Mm,
Yeah, they're not going to give out a free
okay.
skin. There's no way they're going to give it a free skin. Um,
Hmm.
but what I'm talking about is pretty much like, what I mean is like, because they always say, yeah, we're going to monitor the game, we'll make changes appropriate. This is the one thing where I don't think changes are ever going to happen. Just because, like, monetization and how greedy of a company Blizzard is. That's A. But,
Yeah.
like, if there is too much backlash and they don't make any money, you know what I mean? Because from my understanding, if you just set the price to like $5, I think like loads more people would be willing to pay $5 for a skin, which would
Yeah.
in turn result in more money. That's what I think, you know what I mean?
True.
But like knowing like them, like they could see every other like company or every other game making money off these ridiculous prices. They were like, oh, might as well just keep it like that,
Yeah.
And they also realize that other companies don't have this backlash, but then it just hits them like, all right, let's just um throw them under the backlash again.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Some I guess other fan bases are just shills. I guess.
Yeah, some other fan maybe they're just like they accepted it, but I
Yeah.
just like yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if what I mean is okay, wait, it's not what I mean. What I hope is right is that the people that are baby raging that play multiple games don't just baby rage at Overwatch. They baby rage hopefully. Okay, they
On
decided to
those
baby
multiple
like
games.
all multiple games because that means if every game being has a backlash of you know what I mean, and future games have a backlash for the prices, then every game has to lower their prices, which is like a huge win for us in the community,
Gamers.
right?
Yeah.
Because you think about it, Blizzard won't reduce their price of Overwatch unless, let's say, I don't know, like Riot decides to reduce their, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
the cost of their and like every other. And the only way to do that is not purchasing any stuff. That's like the number one. Like if they don't make any, if no company makes any money off all their stuff, then they could, you know what I mean?
Then they'll reduce it.
Yeah, that's the only way. Because they were like, well, if we reduce ours, we'll make less money. And how come like they don't reduce theirs? You know what I mean?
True.
Uh,
They're
I
just
don't
like
know. It's just
following suit,
yeah,
basically.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yep, exactly. But it only takes like one or two games to like reduce in price, and then pretty much every game will start following.
Yeah, true. Like the bigger ones.
Mm-mm.
But I'm more inclined to say that if someone ups their prices, the others will follow
Yeah, that there's
instead of
a
the
high
other way
chance,
around.
right? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not one to like pry into. I haven't seen the new Call of Duty's prices.
Me either.
And don't forget, Call of Duty is a full priced game.
Yeah.
Whereas, like we're saying, Overwatch 2, everyone's saying it's a full price game because people played Overwatch 1, pretty much. You know what I mean? Paid for practically Overwatch 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're saying that's a full price game, but I'm talking about like okay, but like the newer players probably didn't play for Overwatch 1, therefore it's still a free to play game. But let's take an example of Riot's Valorant, which is a free to play game.
Yeah.
Which I understand how you're gonna make money if your free to play game is to jack up the prices of
I
your
guess skins.
monetization, you know. But I want to see how expensive um Call of Duty's the newest Call of Duty that just released prices
Yeah.
are. If they're just as ridiculous, yeah, there's no hope saving.
True.
There's no hope.
Especially with the amount of the game costs.
Yeah, the game, because like
Yeah,
of course Activision's are like, oh yeah, we're gonna charge you extra $10 because it's on like PlayStation. It's next gen game technically. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Basically. Speaking of Call of Duty, we have there is now the issue of digital versus physical games.
yeah,
Yeah. So I'm gonna make a huge distinction just so everyone knows, or if you don't know, console is different to PC. Okay.
yeah.
When I say that, I'm not talking about like one uses the controller, the other uses mouse and keyboard. I mean, PC is an open source platform, meaning that you can download it from, I don't know, like Battle.net, Steam, Epic Games, Bethesda, I don't know, all these different platforms.
Yeah, basically multiple platforms.
A console is a closed platform, basically. I don't know the word if it's a closed platform.
Just close the market.
No, I'm talking about the platform itself. Um, if you buy a PlayStation, you're basically submitting yourself to the PlayStation Store or the open world in physical copies. Same with Xbox. You are setting yourself up for the Microsoft Store or the open world. If you want to release a digital game on both of these platforms, there is no multiple platforms you can download it from. Meaning,
Yeah, basically.
meaning that one platform sets the price and that's it. Okay? Good. So, in my brain, what makes sense in my brains, I don't know if this makes sense to your brain. I'm going to explain it to you slowly just so we can understand.
Sure.
It should cost more to make a physical game because you make the game, then you're transferring it over to the disc, then you are packaging the disc, you're making art, a cover art, you are making a back art as well. You are then paying for distribution. So all of
Right.
that in mind, my brain tells me physical games should cost more expensive than digital games.
I guess.
But in reality, digital games cost more.
Yeah, way more.
Way more. Because yep, way more. That's because, well, in Australia here, once a game hits like a storefront, the storefront has in control to reduce their prices with their sales and all this ongoing other stuff. Okay? Whereas
Yeah,
in the digital world, PlayStation or Xbox set their price, and then we'll be like, let's also make like 2 or 3 additional versions with digital goodies with like $10 each higher. Whereas you can't do that once you release physical games. You cannot go out and be like, let's release a new version of the physical game with a code or something inside. Once you release, there is only one release of the physical version.
basically, yeah.
So, from what I can understand, Activision want to try and remove physical games so that they can make more money basically. So that the people only have the one option to only purchase it online.
I guess in
Okay?
a way.
Okay. Because that's the aim. That's basically the aim. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, currently it's not like that, but that's what they're
No,
trying
no,
to
no.
do.
That's what they're trying to do. But they, like, for example, they can't just not release a physical game of Call of Duty because Call of Duty is such a big game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because there's some games in there are only only digital only. You know what I mean? There are actually some games only digital only, but usually most of the time the ones that are digital only are small indie games that don't have like the ability to make a digital release. You know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
physical release.
Like a physical release, like for
Yeah,
like make them on DVDs or make a cartridge for like the Switch. There are like indie companies don't have that money.
basically.
Yep, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So they don't release. That's we accept that. But like for a game big as Call of Duty, Activision can't just be like, all right, guys, we're not making any physical release.
yeah, they can't.
But what they do is to reduce like the people from purchasing a physical release is is just give me a second. Um yo
What?
Mike's store for a minute.
Sure. I guess what Sam was trying to say is basically just making the game, the physical game, a downloader for the online game, or from this or from a server of the game. However, since it's basically only code for the installer, it's like a the server's gone, it's gone. If the platform is gone, it's gone. It's not good for game preservation or whatnot. But you can't really do much, of course, because of the big
Yo,
companies.
I'm back. Sorry, I just a
Cool.
whole bunch of things fell around me. So,
I guess kind of
yes,
quickly explained it.
yeah, I heard your explanation, but that's not where I was going with it.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah. Of course, what can we do with another stream? It's like super scuffed. Um, it's never not a stream. It's our podcast are always scuffed. Don't worry. So what I'm trying to say is, I
Yeah,
know Sam was trying to explain it, but like what I was trying to say is like to like in order to make people not buy the physical release because obviously Call of Duty is such a big game. They're like, all right, we cannot not release it physically. We have to do a physical and digital release. So what we can do is let's try and make all the disadvantages of buying a physical release more apparent than the advantages of having a physical release. Do you get what I mean?
yeah.
So do you know what the disadvantage of having a physical release is?
Well, having people downloading.
No, that's not the physical.
Sorry. So what kind of just having just what just a disc for it basically?
Yeah, so like the main disadvantage usually of physical games is the fact that like you have to constantly swap in and out your disc when you want to change game. You have to like there is no just quick changing between games.
Okay.
So usually the advantages of having a physical release is that part of the 1.0 update of the game is originally on the disc. So that when you put in the disc, you've already got a partial amount of that game storage on the disc. You don't have to download a full game. When we talk about Call of Duty, let's say like if in the past you'd buy a physical release, let's say 70 gigs of that 100 and whatever gigs would probably be on the disc. So you're pretty much saving a portion of that disc on that disc. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thus, you have the shorter download time to download the new upgrade. And third, that you can play the game basically without having to. You can play the original version of the game
Found the
with,
internet.
without like having the internet, nor without having like the network service. So if they cut off the game, you can still play it. Whereas if you have the digital, you can't play it.
Yeah.
Yep. The only disadvantage is legit swapping the disc in and out.
Yeah. It's not that big of a deal, but yeah.
For some people it is, some people it isn't. So that's why I'm saying it's a disadvantage because there is no like you can't let's say um what's it called? You can't just like swap games instantly. There are some people who take time to find their games. There are some people who like have a stack and they're like, all right, let me sort through these games to find like that one game I want to play. So some people like have that, whereas like you could just quickly swap between games if you had all digital.
Okay.
Okay. That's like the one major disadvantage. The others are all pointed out at their advantage. And remember, this is super advantage. Like there are some people that in some worlds that have a metered connection, which means that there is a set limit to how many gigabytes they can download within that month or within that year.
Right.
Which is the reason why some people might buy physical games, because sometimes metered connections are cheaper than buying unlimited data to download.
Yeah, and having being
Yeah.
able to download the entire thing. Yeah.
Right. So like let's say you've got a 500 gigabyte meterage for that month, and you try to download COD, like let's say like a 200 gig game, just for like clarity, so like you know what I mean, easier number to deal with. That's
Yeah.
literally like 2/5 of the amount of gigabytes that you can use for that month. That is so much, like you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's close to being halved.
Right, and don't forget, this is without Warzone 2, the promised Warzone 2 that was
Yeah.
planned to release. You know what I mean? That's A. And B, do not forget that the PlayStation storage, PS5 storage, is only about 500 gigs. Well, the ones that were released, because I don't know if they were released the 1 terabyte ones, because it's hard to find even the 500 gigabytes ones. And that's the same
I
with the Xbox I'm talking about, not just the one, not the PlayStation.
was gonna say the PS5 has like 800 gigs.
Oh, my bad. Whatever. So there is a
Yeah.
set amount. There is no 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte in the past, such as the previous platforms. So you've got a huge number of storage capacity screwed over if you don't buy a physical game. So
Basically.
how do they? How does like Activision went and decided to only install an installer on the disc? So you'd have to actually download the full price, not full price. You have to download the full digital game on it, which means that you're basically having a digital version of the game that requires a disc to play. That's what would happen.
Yeah.
Canceling out all the benefits, and the only disadvantage is that unlike someone has a physical digital game, you legit are re-downloading. You are legit downloading a digital game, but you need to swap out the disc every time you want to play a different disc game.
Wait,
Or
do you actually have to do that?
what?
Do you actually have to do that?
Do what?
Like, do you when you want to launch it, you actually have to put the disc back in,
What? When you want to play the game, yeah.
even if it's digital.
Yeah,
Like this,
you still got to put the disc in. That's just how it always works.
how?
Would you
If it's
remember
so you
what?
had to download it basically. Why would
No,
you have to
it's
put the
not.
disc
It's
back in there?
downloading onto the disc, so you still require the disc to play it. You're not downloading a
Oh,
digital version of the game. You're downloading onto the basically. You know what I mean?
oh, so that's what they're doing. Okay, no, I had the impression it downloads onto your.
No, 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 no. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's a disadvantage. You remember in the past? Well, not in the past. Yeah, you remember the past with the PlayStation 5 when we had the. You remember when you came over and we had like that. I wanted to try Warzone, but I had did the physical game of the previous Call of Duty, which I don't remember. So that whenever I had to play Warzone, I had to actually put in the disc to play Warzone because they were all on the same application screen.
Yeah.
That's basically the same thing. It's not on the
Okay.
application screen itself, but it's not like you have to actually put in the disc to play. You
Okay.
are not downloading. The disc is not just an installer. What I mean is like
The
you still
disc
need
is just a thing that installs it onto it,
onto the
onto a
PlayStation, but you
disc.
still require the disc to play.
All right, just so I'm clear, does it install on the disc or the PlayStation?
Bro, it installs on the PlayStation, but you still require the disc. It will like show the disc symbol, or like the Xbox, still show the disc symbol.
Oh, okay, that's really dumb.
No, it's not like it's, dude. Of course you're gonna need the disc. Why would they release a disc and then like you plug it in, install, and you take out the disc and never use the disc again? That's never been the case. The
It
disc,
sounds like it's something they'll do, to be honest.
yeah, but then like what happens was that like people will no longer use the disc, and like that will actually can get them into legal stuff. You know that, right?
I mean, that's what I thought was the case.
No, it's just that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like what they do is they use the disadvantage, which is the disc itself, instead of the advantage. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Okay. Okay, I understand what you mean.
Right. And I was
Eh.
like going through some articles on the internet to discuss this more, right?
Yeah.
And this isn't the first time. Like the other first time that I've seen is like apparently like with the Spyro trilogy on the
Yeah.
disc itself. Only the first game was available. You had to actually download the two other games on that version update.
Oh,
Whereas the Crash Bandicoot trilogy had all three games on that disc
right. Did the Crash one come out before or after?
before.
Before? Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Now we're seeing a shift, basically. Like Activision were like, all right, well, you know what I mean?
Hmm. Interesting. Didn't they do that? Didn't they do it with some other games?
No, obviously they did it with some other game, but like this is the first time on a major scale where like if you purchase the game Call of Duty, right,
Yeah.
and you put it in, you cannot play the game at all. There is no like play the game while it's updating. You know what I mean? You know how
Yeah, you
sometimes you have
can't.
that. You cannot because it's you legit have on the file there is a 70 gigabytes stored on the disk, which is in installer,
Yeah.
and it probably stores some metadata as well.
Wait, did you say 70 gigabytes or
7
megabytes?
megabytes, megabytes.
Okay. Didn't they
It's
do something similar with Black Ops 4 though? Do you remember? It was like you could play it, but I mean you could open the game, but you have to download each like singular thing.
I'm not sure like because like it probably was, but like in that time you could at least still open the game.
I guess.
But like yeah, like Activision is trending more to more, and this is like a huge because like it's legit just an installer basically.
Hmm. Okay. This is right. Yeah.
Wait, I'm back. I don't know my mic cut out. Let's just try it again. So back to what I was saying, right?
Okay.
I'm not sure where it cut off. My mic
I
is acting
I didn't
weird.
hear a mic cut on my end, so I'm
No,
not
no,
sure
no.
either.
It happened on OBS's side.
Okay.
So basically, just to sum up what I probably said is super scuffed episode is that basically okay. Basically I've taken the what I'm saying is like that there is no difference between purchasing the physical and digital game now,
Basically, except just the price.
except just the price. And like of course like there are people yeah I know, but like what I mean is that there are people who will now be like I might as well pay the
Sure.
full price just so I can get you know what I mean, because they're
Basically.
basically the same thing, which is what Activision is hoping for, you know.
Exactly. They're making you pay for their time kind of thing.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's like yeah, pain.
Again, anti consumer move.
Anti-consumer.
Yep. Screw you, Activision again.
I mean, you just can't do anything, can they? Like, oh, we're gonna get a good game, and it's like, nope, you download. He's an installer and download it now.
Yeah, no, we haven't played the new COD, but it looked so good. But now,
Yeah, it looks good. Looks better than the last one, I can say
mm,
that.
yep,
So it's just like, bruh, can't you just take your dub and leave?
yep.
Yeah,
See, like what I was trying to say is like that on that 70 megs, it's probably only just an installer and metadata. Those are the two things that are
basically.
probably on it.
Probably just says contact server download, and that's it.
Yep,
And then just say steal data or some shit.
yep,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I know. Just when you think something's good kind of come out, and then no, they hit you with the
No,
hell no. Um, yeah. So like in talking about some better looking games, Sonic Frontiers had a trailer that I partially saw. I was skimming through it and I partially saw it. And Mike, have you seen it?
I haven't seen the latest trailer. I've seen like a few shots from other trailers, and it looked a bit better.
Yep. So some good news is that Sonic Frontiers is looking better. So it looks like that like one trailer we saw was like a super 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 early demo.
Yeah.
Pre alpha. Um,
Even though we're saying this, wait until the game's out
yeah,
before you
yeah.
buy it.
Don't trust trailer because they might be like this is the best section of our game because they actually realized oh wait this is how you should market. Let's put our best section instead of our worst section.
Yeah. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
everyone does now, eh?
Well, yeah, but like in their previous trailer, on the first trailer, they probably put their worst section. So the guy who's marketing was like,
Yeah. I
um,
mean, it's because of IGN, actually. Because they just let some person play it.
yep,
Because that was kind of their original trailer.
yep, you were 100% right.
So, yeah. I mean, we'll see how when the game comes out and see what happens.
Yep,
If it looks good, it's good. If it's not, then it's not, and it's unfortunate.
yep. So that's unfortunate. I
Yeah.
hope it's good because us we need another good Sonic game.
Yeah. I mean, it's been doing good in the movies, just needed to do good in the gaming sphere.
Yep, that's exactly correct.
Yeah. And hopefully the fans love it.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Now let's continue with some epic failures because why not?
Epic
Um,
failures. Or
our good friend the
the Zuck.
no, he's a lizard.
So what the
Is he a lizard or iguana? He's an iguana. Um,
okay.
yeah, the Zuck, our pet iguana.
Pretty go on over.
Yeah,
Yeah, what has he done this time?
he's decided to continue with the metaverse, even though everyone said this is such a
Yay!
stupid idea. Even his workers that were saying it was stupid, because they didn't know what was going on, and he told them you guys need to play it more often to fall in love with it and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And from the recent reports, apparently they went down by 700% or something like that.
Yeah,
Um,
like Meta, like the company. Damn. I'm
yeah,
not
so
surprised though.
no one's surprised
Yeah.
except Mark Zuckerberg. He's probably like
Yeah.
surprised Pikachu face. Um, yeah,
Did you hear what Phil Spencer said about it?
I have no idea what Phil Spencer said about it.
He said the metaverse looks like a poorly made game.
Fam,
And he's totally correct. Uh that probably contributes to the $700 going down. Well, not $700 though.
700%.
700%. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything went down. Yes.
I mean,
Maybe this will scare Mark Zuckerberg. You know, it's spoopy season, so maybe this
scare him.
700% will like put some fright into him, and
No, no,
maybe.
no, no, no. They're gonna have a Halloween event in the
Ah,
metaverse.
yeah, of course. They're gonna have the annual Halloween party in the metaverse now.
Yeah.
Um,
Trick or
yep.
treat.
I don't think him advertising legs is enough to like attract the OnlyFans into the metaverse. Um,
Yeah. The OnlyFans.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because getting feet pics in the metaverse is not worth it. Um, yeah.
The leg picks. I
Uh,
mean, Mark Zuckerberg just be catching these L's, I'll tell you what.
right. You know what? I can't wait for the metaverse to release. You know what I mean?
Like, properly release.
Yeah, because like the day it properly releases, right?
Yeah.
Gonna feel so bad. How robust do you think his security system for the metaverse is? That is the question.
Oh. Oh no, that probably isn't it?
Because, as we can see with NFTs, it's the wild, wild west. There are no laws and regulations. There are no
Yeah.
laws and regulations for the virtual universe. You know.
Verse. Yeah.
So the metaverse is supposed to be a virtual universe, and New Ground is it called New Ground? Is it like New Horizons or something? Um,
Something along those lines, yeah. New
with their
Horizons.
new $1,500 headset that they announced
Oh yeah, jeez.
with the 2 hour battery life.
2 hours? Wait,
Yep,
what? I didn't hear about that.
yep, it's got about a 2 hour battery life
Oh jeez.
to do your 2 hour meetings in there.
Chief.
Um, I would like to know how robust and how secure their system is, because if it's not robust and secure, the hackers will get in, especially with how
Definitely.
smart and big brain hackers are. Especially know if you know in the loop, and you live in Australia, who have been hacked by two ginormous mega security crime hacks that we should technically be talking about, but instead we are talking about
The metaverse,
the metaverse because laughing at Mark Zuckerberg is way more fun. Um,
basically.
if if their security system is not robust enough, and we see multiple hacks on NFTs and like
Yeah.
the monkey ones. I'm expecting ginormous amounts of hacks on the metaverse, especially if remember that Mark Zuckerberg uses the metaverse, meaning that you can
Yeah.
gain the data of Mark Zuckerberg, which is a
You
huge
can find
figure.
his lizard. You can find his lizard pics.
Yep. Which is a huge because if you can find Mark Zuckerberg's data, you could probably get a lot of money for it.
Actually, probably could. Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh.
So I'm not saying to hack the metaverse. I'm gonna say here.
I'm
I
not
am not
saying
saying
it,
I'm not saying it, and I'm not
but
implying it. I'm just saying that Mark Zuckerberg beware, and I'm not telling anyone like please don't hack the metaverse, okay? Because like if they hack the metaverse, it's come back to us, and we're pretty much screwed. I'm not a hacker. Mike here is not a
but
hacker. You
I
know
mean, I've
what I
done
mean?
ethical hacking, but
We have studied computer technology, but that does not mean that
we
we are
are full blown hackers.
full blown hackers. Okay?
Okay. If anyone has hacked into the metaverse, give me 10% royalty.
No. Okay. All I'm saying is that there have
Mark
been
Zuckerberg
hacks
better
in the
check
NFTs. There
his.
have been giant hacks, and the hackers are getting smarter across the world wide because it's not just Australia that's probably gotten hacked. You know, probably other hacks, but because we are in Australia, they're the only ones that we know of.
Yeah.
So that means hackers are getting smarter by every day, every minute. They are bypassing security. They are bypassing like the bots to purchase like bulk purchase. Like you know what it's called? What's it called? Like scammers? Like what is it called?
Or like people scalpers.
They're scalpers. So scalpers are using hackers technology, you know what I mean, to bypass bots and stuff. So all I'm saying is that anyone who uses the metaverse, so this is like a PSA, public service announcement to anyone who plans to use the metaverse, right? Even though it's
Yeah.
crap, but there's gonna be like the 2% that decide to use it, you know. You guys are using it, please be ultra careful because like we saw it with NFTs and we're seeing hackers getting better. They're probably gonna hack the metaverse, so please be careful. Mark Zuckerberg, this is all on you if hacking happens because you decided to go and focus on the actual like yep. But if you do have a great security, good on you. But
Well, I have
all
a
I'm saying,
question.
what?
You know how a lot of the NFT bros fell into the phishing scams? Do you reckon if like someone sent an email to people who had like the metaverse and said, "Click this link to get like a meta bucks," do you reckon they will fall for it?
Look, Mark Zuckerberg probably won't, but I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah, because I don't know. Because like, do you reckon the like who do you think's like the target like age bracket, or who do you reckon is the most like the age bracket that uses it the most? Do you think it's younger people or older people?
Fam, I'm gonna say that it's probably younger aspiring people. Like, you know what I mean?
Probably.
Because they're like, oh, VR, like new technology. But
Yeah.
like the old people, like, sorry, I had to sneeze for a sec.
I
Um,
was wondering what that noise was. You
yeah.
continue.
No, people on stream, like, not stream, podcast would not have heard me. I blocked it out.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna sneeze again. Hold up.
Bless you.
Yeah, no, but they could still hear you, so they heard you say bless you.
Yeah, I know.
Of course.
Being nice. I don't know. I feel like some old people get like roped into it. Like all the young people, they'll be like, "Oh, the young people are doing it. Might as well do it myself."
No, but then you've got those stubborn old folks that decide not to do anything.
Oh yeah, true. There's also those people.
You know, there's people who are like, yo, fam, I don't want to do it because, you know, I
It's
like
old.
my way I work and I want to work this way.
Yeah,
Because
which is
there's some
probably
old
better.
people that don't even use a computer. They'll be like, yeah, I work with a pen and pencil.
I work with a For sticking around.
Yeah. However, because it's Mark Zuckerberg, these guys probably like everyone can use it. It's suitable for
True.
all ages because like Facebook, how it's technically pretty much everyone has a Facebook account. Like Mark Zuckerberg's trying to basically say that if you have a Facebook account, you have to have a metaverse account, and you don't
Yeah.
even need a metaverse account because they're connected.
Basically. All I'm saying is, if anyone falls for the Zuckerbuck scams or anything like that, I'm gonna laugh.
The Zuckerberg scam.
Yeah, just get your Zuckerbucks and then like, ooh, I want to
Yeah.
buy my NFT house or some I don't know. You need to
Anyway,
buy
like
that,
we were saying, we are not siding with the scammers. We will report the scamming when it happens.
and it'd be really funny.
Yeah, it'll be really funny. But
But we don't side with them.
we don't side with them. This is sponsored by NordVPN.
That's what, that's what
No, I'm
I'm
joking.
saying.
No, we don't have a sponsorship. Uh,
That's what.
Nothing.
Uh,
Yeah. But like I said, like if you are planning, if you're that 2% or that 1% decides, hey man, let's use the metaverse. Be on the lookout.
basically.
Yep. And if you plan to use the metaverse, do not purchase the $1,400 headset. There are so many better headsets to play like that game, whatever it's called, New Worlds, Horizons,
Metaverse
New Worlds, or
Horizon
something.
or whatever.
What?
Meta Horizon World or whatever it's called.
Yep. Okay. And I want to continue ranting about critics
Okay.
because I think we ranted last time about critics, but we're going to rant about them again this time.
Okay, sure.
A movie released pretty much this week.
Yeah.
Called Black Adams. We haven't seen it,
We
so
haven't seen
do
it,
not spoiler it in the comment section.
basically. Even though we know the most spoilery bit about it. Because who
Kind of.
doesn't, let's be honest.
But basically, if you go on Rotten Tomatoes, the audience loved this movie. The audience loved it. Like the audience was like, loved it.
Yeah, like 90%, let's go, we love this movie. Woo!
Yeah, the audience pretty much loved it. The audience pretty much 90%, so it's like a 9 out of 10 basically.
Basically.
Whereas the critics were like, nah, fam. It's like terrible.
Yeah, like 40% or whatever.
Yep. It's because like, of course, the critics were like, oh my god, there is no like, what's it called?
What?
There is no scene where like Black Adam stares into the ocean, like summing up his mood. Like there is none of that like physiological scene.
I can just imagine The Rock just looking into the ocean.
Yeah, because like like,
Jeez.
I totally forgot what the word was, but like I remembered it now. So there's no like blue curtain that summarizes his sadness. So like, you know what I mean?
Blue curtain that summarizes his sadness.
You know that meme where it's like, like the teacher's like, oh my god, look, he used the blue colored curtain because like it summarizes his sadness and depression, and then it's like the studio only had the blue color like what's it called
Yeah,
curtain, so
available.
they went and just used that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
symbolism, basically.
Yeah, so that's probably why the critics didn't like it. There's probably like what or like you know what I mean? Like the critics were probably like over analyzing the movie and be like, why is the Rock like punching the dude? Like he should be like empathizing with him and like understanding or something like that. I don't
I'm gonna
know, like
destroy the world. Should I emphasize with him?
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's like the first thing, and then there is no like that's like for the first thing, like in my opinion, why the critics
okay.
rated it so low. And the second reason why the critics rated it low as well is there's no woke female and social justice warriors.
Probably.
Yep. It's a it's supposed to be a movie to Black Adam, who is a DC character, kind of like an anti-hero, I think,
Yeah,
which like
basically.
gives zero like crap about anything.
Yeah,
So yeah, if you guys liked it, let us know. We'll probably watch it sometime. Uh,
sometime soon, yeah.
yep.
Probably before 4.
What?
I was like, probably before we end up watching 4.
Oh yeah,
Because we keep
probably before
forgetting.
that. Yep. Um,
Uh, um,
yep. But all I could say is that like, don't trust IGN's rating because they probably rated it 2. Who knows?
I think they probably rated it like a 7 because that's what they always rate movies.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yep. But like, if you go like, there's probably some funny ads. Like, you know what? While we're here, let's read like some of the reviews. Does Rotten
okay.
Tomato have like?
There's a thing at the bottom which has like a bit of reviews.
Yep. I'm gonna see the non-spoiler ones.
Go for it.
Yep. With a 40% of Rotten,
Yeah.
Black Adam may end up pointing the way to an exciting DC film, but as a standalone experience, it's widely uneven letdown.
Okay.
Okay. Whereas the
So
audience says, with a lot of action, solid effects, and story, you don't have to be a comic fan to follow. Black Adam is one of the best DC movies to date. Okay, so we
interesting.
can we can clearly see um how like the which side like things are on.
Basically.
Look at this. It says who this guy deserves much better than this because his talents are both wasted and buried beneath ugly CGI, overbearing score, and a story that makes the proverbial dull dishwater look positively vibrant.
Is it? Wait, is that referring to Black Adam?
Yes.
Chief. He's wearing. You can see his entire face. One, and B. He's in a suit that you can see basically all his abs and like biceps.
Dude, he
So what
said
is
he
it?
was
What is
looking at a dishwasher is better.
Okay, I like that comment. The comment's funny. But like,
Yeah.
what the heck? Uh, hmm,
Then here, there's something morally de-aging and aesthetically depressing about a bottomless toy chest
I
of
think that's
CGI.
deadening.
Whatever. Yep.
Yeah. Uh, bottomless toy chest of CGI.
That's
What is
what I
it? Just
just
because of
said.
the effects?
Yeah. So basically, everyone hated the effect.
But like
Yeah.
every a lot of movies nowadays use like visual effects, anyways. And they probably had really good visual effects. Like man, what if people worked on it are probably like crying in their seats now? Honestly, it probably doesn't look half bad. The visual effects, I guarantee it.
Yeah. So let's just say this. Guys, you gotta remember this is a DC movie, not a Marvel movie. So if you're comparing it to some Marvel movies, your expectations are too high. Remember that. You've got to compare it to some of the other DC movies. That's what the critics probably didn't understand.
Like the Batman and the Joker.
Ah, no, those aren't classified as DC Universe movies. So remember that, guys. Remember that. Please remember that.
What would you
Um,
actually compare this to? Like what? Man of Steel?
I was gonna say like skyscraper, like something that has the Rock, because we know the Rock's gonna play the Rock.
Skyscraper. uh, honestly, maybe
Oh,
compare this to
like
the what's
San
that show
Andreas.
called? She-Hulk.
No, compare it to San Andreas or something. Like I said, like anything that has the Rock will play the Rock. You know what I mean?
True. Compare it to like Jumanji or something.
No, Jumanji is not
No,
Jumanji. You can't because like it's like I'm talking about like a show that where only The Rock is like the
only
main
The
character.
Rock.
Yeah, yeah, well, yeah. That's what
Compare
I'm
it to
saying.
his like wrestling fights. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Or you can compare it. There is one other thing you can compare this to if you want to actually make a good comparison.
What Shazam?
What? No. Why would you
What?
compare it to Shazam, bro? Just because they both
Because
have
they have a
lightning?
lot of similar VFX.
Uh-huh. I'll give you the actual comparison. You can compare it to the great DC comic Black Adam. Like I think that's a great comparison.
Great. Yeah, let's compare a movie. It's in its complete runtime to a comic book. Yeah,
Yep.
you can compare its plot, but
No,
like,
I'm just messing with you. I know. I know.
uh,
Okay. Just to
God
end
damn
this
it,
episode off, Mike here will tell us a scary story
damn.
for Halloween FX. Go ahead. The floor's all yours.
Uh, There once was an ugly pickle.
Oh my
He
god.
was so ugly that he died. The end.
What was his name?
His name was Pickle Rick.
Oh!
I
You
was trying
got
to
me.
reference that
Oh.
story that
Yeah, I
Patrick
know. I know.
told. Yeah,
Nah,
I
it's
don't know
all
if I
good.
said it correctly.
It's all good. It was a plot
Yeah.
twist. His name was Pickle Rick. Oh my god.
And
Yeah.
then he pickle Ricked on everyone. That was my favorite part.
Yeah, he ricked out.
He ricked-
Anyway. Yeah. So thanks for hanging out with us on. Probably this will probably release. I don't know, the week of Halloween, like probably.
Probably.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us. Please trick or treat in a
Respectable
nice
manner.
nice neighborhood.
Yeah,
And always say you want a trick because like you'll get some dope ass tricks.
probably.
No, I'm joking. Just say trick or treat. Yeah.
Alright.
All right
Uh,
then. Any
like,
last words?
subscribe, hit the bell, share it with everyone you love.
And if you don't share, Mike will meet the Grim Reaper tonight. All right.
Huh? Wait,
What?
Ayo. I didn't sign up for this.
Nah, just a Halloween reference. All
Okay.
right. All right. See you guys.
Alright,
Bye.
goodbye.